Good afternoon, members.
Good afternoon.
Hope
Good
we are
afternoon.
all fine. And on that note, I wish to start now. Okay, so you are reminded in the chat, Sharon and Paul, to send in the chat your contacts so that we can update the information that we do have. And so for that note, from there, I wish to start. There we are looking at, we are completing our topic that we started yesterday. That is the adjectives, and for today we are putting emphasis, and we are only dealing with the order of adjectives in the sentences, because this is a tricky part of adjectives, how these adjectives operate in a sentence. So we wish to study how these adjectives can be put in order to formulate a correct English sentence. Allow me share. Okay. Okay. So order of adjectives. Am I clear, members?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, clear.
Okay. So order of adjectives, could someone read on my screen, please? Could someone read? Yes, Tony.
In many languages, adjectives denoting attributes usually occur in a specific order. Generally, the adjective order in English is quantity or number, quantity or opinion, size, age, shape, color, proper adjective, often nationality, other place of origin or material, purpose or qualifier.
Okay, thank you. So yesterday, we looked at this order. Tony, could you mute, please? So we looked at this order yesterday, though we did not look into it in details. So for today, that's what we are concentrating on. And the order of adjectives in a sentence, we are told, according to the information that we do have here, that the first adjective that comes, if you have 2, 3, or 4 adjectives in one sentence, the order is the first. The first is the quantity or the number. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. So the quantity, maybe first, second, third. So that is the quantity. Then we go to quality or opinion. Beautiful, good, handsome. Those are the quality. Then size, age, shape, color. Then we have nationality or places of origin. And next we have the material. Maybe it is woolen, it is cotton, metallic, plastic, or that is the material. Then we have finally the purpose or the qualifier. So we got the next slide, which talks about, we have the example here. The first sentence has, I love that. So the first adjective is really. We have big, old, green, antique car that always parked at the end of the street. So we have adjectives. Really, we have big, we have really big, we have old, we have green, and antique. So all these are adjectives. But now we need to go to the order of adjectives and C. So this is the order. We have the quantity, size, age, shape, color, nationality, and purpose. So in here, in this, you see we have big. Big is the size. We have old, which is age. We have green, which is color. We have antique. Where does antique belong, members? We have antique. Where does it belong? Hello? Members? Tony, is your hand up? Tony?
No, it's not. Yes.
Is your hand up?
Master, I'm still confused about the meaning of antique.
Okay.
Mm.
Let me read it for you here.
Okay.
So antique is something that has existed in the ancient times or descendant from antiquity. So this antique is something that is an old model, let's say old model, something that can be kept in a museum. Those are antiques. There's some things that are treasured, that have survived and have lived for several years. So in that case, they are preserved and kept in the museum. So where does it belong? Antique.
Master, it belongs on age.
Age. Okay, so.
Yes, Master.
Odoi, I don't know. Okay, so Mwanguzi, your hand is up.
Master, you were saying that it belongs on age, so that's all, Master.
Sorry?
Age, it's age, Master.
Okay, thank you, Mwanguzi.
Yeah.
So our sentence is really big, old, green, antique. In here, we have the old. Old is deals with age, and we have the word antique. So something that has gone through this old something that has gone through this old age, it becomes an antique. But so an old, we have old and antique, all the two referring to age according to Muhumuza. I saw Amanya's hand up. Yes, Amanya. Yeah, network is talking.
Yes, teacher, I think antique belongs in age.
In age. So
I think antique belongs in age.
okay, thank you.
Age.
Queen Elizabeth says size in the chat. Michelle Ayevare says opinion. Then Amanya Moses says opinion. And I think age, I think not opinion. So Amanya, I think age rather than opinion. Then Michelle says opinion, and Ayevare again says age. So when we read that the definition of an antique belonging to former times, not modern, out of date, old fashioned. So it belongs to age. Yeah. So here we have two adjectives referring to age. One is antique, the other is old. So we got the next sentence, which is my sister adopted a beautiful big white bulldog. So where does beautiful belong? Yes, Tony.
Master, antique is beautiful is opinion, Master.
Okay. Amanya, your hand is up. In the chat, Elizabeth says opinion. Yes, that is correct. So beautiful is opinion. How about big? How about
Size.
size? Mwanguzi, do you say size also?
Yes, master.
Okay, then in the chat, Elizabeth says, Stella says, Michelle says, Judith says, and Sandra says. Okay, so big is size, bigger, biggest. The opposite of big is small. Okay, so we go with white. White, Elizabeth says, which adjective, which order, where does white belong in the adjectives? In the charts, Elizabeth color, Kwagala color, Aquilina color, Judith color, Michelle color, Stella color, and the Queen Elizabeth color. Okay, thank you. So adjectives, you know, it is tricky. This is an adjective, white, but it is known that colors also belong to nouns. So colors are both nouns and adjectives. So you can say a white bulldog, that is an adjective. And when you say a white color, so white also becomes an adjective. But when you say, when you look at white, red, blue, green, it is a name of that color. Let's say you have bought a tin of Rigo paints. So that tin, it is maybe blue. So the color inside is blue. So when you touch it, it becomes a noun. And so it is, but in here, when you are defining, you are giving more information about a noun or a pronoun, as we looked at yesterday, it becomes an adjective. Okay. So we got the next, when there are two or more adjectives that are from the same group, the word and is placed between the two adjectives. Could someone read the sentence? Someone to read the first sentence? It is only Tony's hand that is up.
When there are two or more adjectives that are from the same group, the word and is placed between the two adjectives.
Okay. Stella, could you read the two sentences that we have? Stella.
The house is green and red.
Okay.
The library has all the new books.
Okay, thank you. So we have been told Tony, mute yourself, please. So we have been told that once there are two or more adjectives in the same sentence, we in between them we put a conjunction and. So for example, we have the house is green and red. So you may find the house, one side is green and the other is red. Maybe down is green, up is red. Maybe the iron sheets are green and others are red. So these two adjectives, green and red, they belong to the color group. So when you have two or more adjectives in the same sentence following each other, use the word and. Then the other is, the second is the library has old and new books. So old and new, this is these adjectives deal with the age. So the library has old and new books. So some shelves have new books, some shelves have old books. So these two adjectives have been joined in one sentence by using a conjunction and. Carol, the topic is we are dealing with the order of adjectives. Sharon, we are dealing with order of adjectives. Okay, we got the next, someone to read. Someone to read.
When there are three or more adjectives from the same adjective group, place a comma between each of their coordinate adjectives. We live in the big green, white, and red house at the end of the street. My friend lost a red, black, and white watch.
Okay. Thank you, Stella. So here another condition comes in, like when you have three adjectives in the same sentence, we always use a comma, then we put an and. So the first, you write the first adjective, put a comma, you write the second, and then put an and finally you end with the third. So in here we have, we live in a big green, white, and red house. So this house is painted with three colors, that is green, and white and red. So the last sentence says, my friend lost a red, black, and white watch. So in here we have red, there is a comma, you can see that comma. So the punctuation of a sentence matters, given the fact that we do have three adjectives in one sentence. So you can't say we have my friend lost a red and black and white. No, you can't have two ands in one sentence. So, and you can't say my friend has a red, then black and white. No, on the first adjective, you put a comma, the second you put and then write the last. Thank you. Okay, sorry, I was distracted by the people in the chat. Okay, we got the next slide. I love that beautiful old big green antique car that always parked at the end of the street. So here we are looking at these adjectives and how they have been put in order. So in here we find beautiful is quality, the quality of the car, it is beautiful. Then we have age, which is it is old. We have big, which is size. We have green, which is color. And then we have antique, which is a proper adjective. Sorry, I wish to first. Okay, so here we have the purpose here. You see the very last type of adjective, you have purpose and qualifier. So in here, because the two we said antique and old, they are all age. So one of them becomes a qualifier. So in that case, in this example, the word antique, which falls under age, defines clearly, adds more information on that age of the car. You can say the car is old. It can be 2 years, it can be 3 years. But when you put antique, it means antique is giving more meaning to the word old. So which old is it? It is for a previous, very old generation. It has survived for several generations. So antique adds, it becomes an adjective of purpose. It qualifies the word old. From just someone thinks of the word old in a specific direction. That's why it is proper. So for the word antique gives more meaning to the adjective old. Okay. So the next sentence is, my sister has a big, beautiful tan and white bulldog. So big is size, tan, sorry, big is size, beautiful is quality, tan and white, that is color. So you remember the second, in the previous slide, we had when you have two adjectives belonging to the same class, you put and in between. So here there is tan, which is color, and white, which is color. So we have an and. So big is size, beautiful is quality, tan is color, and white is color. So here these adjectives describe how the dog looks like. So as one of the conditions that we gave yesterday, that an adjective is written or exists before the noun that it modifies. Okay, members who want my WhatsApp number, it is in the group. Teacher Emma, or when I share this document, you'll see it. It is at the beginning. It is an MTN number. Okay. The next sentence is, a wonderful old Italian clock. Okay. Was it a Rolex? Okay. So wonderful is opinion. Old is age. Italian is origin, according to the first slide that we shared. And the next sentence is, a big square blue box. Big is dimension, that is under size. Square is shape. Blue is color. Okay. Could someone read, please?
A disgusting pink plastic ornament.
Okay. Read all of them, then we discuss them.
A disgusting pink plastic ornament. Disgusting is opinion, pink color, material is plastic.
Okay, so I wish to get someone to explain to us these two first sentences. Could someone volunteer to explain these two? Jonathan, your hand is up. Jonathan? Jonah? Okay, Paul, Jonah is not speaking. Paul?
I read all the sentences.
No, I wish you could explain at least one or two.
At the first one, disgusting is the opinion, and pink is color, and then plastic is material. And
Okay.
then the second one, it says some slim new French trousers. Slim is dimension, which is under size. Is it size? Yeah, I think. And age is new. And French is origin.
Okay. So thank you, Paul. So that is correct as indicated. So we should master the classes or the groups of these adjectives as given or as we go on. Jonathan, your hand is still up. Do you want to say something? Okay. The third sentence, it says, an amazing new American movie. Opinion, age, and origin. So amazing is opinion, new is age, and the American is origin. And finally, I bought a pair of black leather shoes. So black is color, material is leather is material. So you can have, I have a big woolen white coat. Okay, so rather I have a big white woolen coat. So big is size, white is color, woolen is material. Okay, we got the next slide. Okay, so we have here an activity that we wish to attempt. The first sentence says you can put the answers, text the answers in the chat, or you can raise your hand, then you speak it out. First sentence, the house is dash dash. A says large and white, B white and large, C large white. So I'm expecting answers either by a show of hand or by text in the group, in the chat rather. Okay, Sharon in the chat says second. Elizabeth says a house. Sorry, pardon me. The house is large and white. Okay. Moses Amanya says the house is large and white. Shania says large and white. Queen Elizabeth says A, that is large and white. For the hands, Michelle says large and white, and Aquilina says large and white. The hands, we have Pearl.
The first one is the house is large and white.
Okay, thank you. Simon, Peter. Simon,
The
Peter.
house is large and white.
Okay, thank you. Jonathan, I don't know. Okay, Paul, your hand is still up. Do you want to say something?
No.
Okay, so the correct one is the house is large and white. That is number one, rather A. Then number two, they live in a dash house. We have large and white, white and large. We have large, white. They live in dash dash.
They live in a white house.
Okay, that was Paul. Who was that?
Jonathan.
John, what's your name? Okay. We have here Simon Peter. You're not talking. Paul.
They live in a large white house.
They live in a large white house. Okay, I'll give them my answer at last. Michelle, your hand is up.
They live in a large white house.
Large white house, okay. In the chats, Stella, large white. Aquilina, large white. Large white, that is Sandra. Then Elizabeth says they live in a large and white house. Shania says large white house. Elizabeth says C. Okelo says C. Okay. Okay, so the answer to this is large. They live in a large white house. So now C is the correct one, because here the first sentence, the first question, we said it is A, large and white, because it is ending the sentence. But here it is at the beginning of the sentence. So you can't, in the first sentence, you can't say the house is large white. No, large white when you say large weight becomes, at the end of a sentence, it becomes a noun. So in that case, in the first sentence, we have the house is large and white. Then in the second question, they live in a large white house, because these two are at the beginning of this, are in the middle of the sentence, and they are modifying the house, which is at the end. And secondly, there should be no and, because they don't belong to the same category. Okay, we got the next. Which sentence uses the correct order of adjectives? We have A, we took a ride on a blue old Chinese bus. B, we took a ride on a Chinese old blue bus. And C, we took a ride on an old blue Chinese bus. So you can text in the chat or you can raise your hand. Which one? They need you to give to select one sentence that has that follows the correct order of adjectives. Your hand is up, Simon Peter.
The answer is A. We took a ride on a blue old Chinese bus.
Okay, thank you. Paul, your hand is up. It wasn't. Okay, so in the chat, Shania says A. Akulina says C. Manya says A. Anna says C. Shania says C. Elizabeth says C. And Sandra says C. Okay, I go to giving the correct. So here we have, remember, this is the order. Please master it in your head so that when I got the sentence, we know what you're following. So it means here, size becomes before age, and age comes before shape. Shape comes before color. Color comes before nationality, and the nationality comes before purpose. So when we go back to our sentence, okay, here, we took a ride on a blue, that is color, old, that is age, Chinese bus. So is color, does color come before age? All, does age come before nationality? So here it means age is comes before color. So the second, Chinese, nationality, does nationality come before age, or does age come before color? So here the arrangement is wrong, because nationality cannot come before color and age. So C says an old blue Chinese bus. So C is the correct one, because according to our order, old is age. So age comes first here. Then blue is color. It comes first. It comes before Chinese, which is nationality. I check in the chat. Paul says C. Sharon says, please email me after the lesson. Oh. Okay, Josephine says C, and Elizabeth says C. So as agreed, C is the most correct answer, because old is before, age is before color, and color is before nationality. Okay. Finally, as a last slide, which sentence uses the correct order of adjectives? A, I would like three good reasons why you don't. I would like three good reasons why you don't. Why you don't like spinach. I would like a good three reasons why you don't like spinach. I would like good reasons three why you don't like spinach. So in here we have the three adjectives, which are like, then three, then good. So these adjectives, which of the three sentences has the correct order? Okay, Amanya says A. Simon Peter A. Josephine says A. Vince says A. Aquilina says A. Shania says A. Okay, I go to Sandra says A. Anna says A. Queen Elizabeth says A. Okay, Teacher Bernard, I've seen it. And Kwagala says A. So Shania, your hand is up. Shania? Okay, so there's no one with the hand up. Okay, Shania?
The correct answer is I'd like three good reasons why you don't like spinach.
I would like three. Okay, you are saying A. Thank you. Any other? Okelo Vincent. Okelo Vincent. Olango Ibrahim. Okay. So finally in the chat, I have Okelo Vincent. He says A. Thank you. So here we have like, which is let's first get back to we have I like a three and good. So which let's check with our first slide. Like, is it quality? Is it number? Then we have three. Is it size? Is it age? And we have good. Is it opinion? Is it quality? So when we get back to our sentence, like three good reasons, like good reasons, three. Okay, so A is correct because like, then three, all these they deal with the quality and the number. We have quality, which is like, we have three, which is number. We have good, which is opinion. So I thank you for that. So the lesson is done. Thank you for the active participation. Have a nice evening or afternoon. In case you have any question, please, you can put it in the chat or you can raise your hand. And for that note, I will give Teacher Bernard a minute to talk about the payment. Teacher Bernard, you're welcome. Hello, Teacher Bernard. Maybe he's not on the call. Okay, anyway, so far our services, as you have been informed, that the free online lessons are ending tomorrow, 10th. And in that case, if you'd wish to know more about subscription or the payment fee, due to high demand of members, we have revised our package and included monthly payment. So a parent is allowed to pay a monthly payment of 100,000, but a year still remains at 500,000. So if you wish to subscribe, that is the mode of payment. You either pay in installments of 100,000 each month, or you pay full at 500,000, but you still access more information. And we have work on the website, and we have teacher interaction. So to enjoy all that full package, you need to subscribe to our services. Yes, Sharon, the lessons are always 1 hour, because at 2 there is another lesson coming in. So I wish, with all that, I wish to stop from here, and I bless your day. Have a nice day. Goodbye. Shania asks, how do we pay? Okay. We usually share. I'm going. Let me share you the numbers that you can call on for clarity.